On this week's episode, we're going to go through all the safety features of the RS1 car and driver comforts. Hi. The first part we're going to go through in the safety is the window net. Now during a wreck, sometimes there's race car parts that want to fly inside the car and hit the driver. So the most important part to stop that is the window net. The window net is a really tight woven fireproof material that the driver can see out of, but if there's any flying parts, it'll stop them from coming through the opening and hitting the driver. Next is what we call the anti-protrusion plates. As you can see down here, they're welded in the doors and they're a thick steel. So if any parts or bumper bars or something tries to come inside and hit the driver, these plates will protect the driver. One of the scariest things for a driver is fire. So now when we build an RS1 car, there's nothing flammable in the car. The seat, the belts, the window net, the steering wheel, everything is 100% fireproof. Now on a rare occasion, oil or fuel get in the car and you can have a fire in the cockpit. So we have an onboard fire suppression system. Now if there's ever a fire, we have the 5-pound bottle right here. You reach up and you just pull the tab on the dash, and right out of the nozzle, it puts fire extinguishing chemicals all over the car to help put out the fire while you escape the car. Now, probably one of the most important parts is your belts. Now, we run a 5-point racing harness. So you have your shoulder belts, you have your lap belt, and you have your crotch belt. Now, they will hold you into the seat. Now, we'll touch on this a little bit later, but they also serve a second purpose of holding the Hans. So they go right over the Hans, and as you tighten your shoulder belts, they're what keeps the Hans in place. Now, the first driver I want to introduce this episode ran one race last fall in the Challenge Series, and he really impressed everybody. So now he's a full-time driver going for the Challenge Championship. Let's check out his video.
Hey everyone, my name's Jack Herniak. I'm new to the sport. I had my first race last summer, and I'm excited to race in the Challenge Series this season. See you at the track.
I'm really excited to see what Jack's going to do in his brand new 01 RS1 this season. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in victory lane. Now that we're in the car, I'm sitting in the seat. The seats are a full containment racing seat. Now they're actually pretty comfortable, but they're designed to hold you in the car. Right from the headrest to the shoulder support, so there's even a support for the legs and for my hip. Now, I got a short video for you guys on the process of assembling the seats here in the shop. Let's check that out.
Every RS1 has multiple drivers. Some are short and some are tall. So we had to design a safe seat slider system so we can move the seat very quickly between races. The driver's seats have approximately 10 inches of travel.
Now, because the RS1 is a multi-use car and we use it to give rides on corporate days and driver training, the passenger side also has an identical seat and belts and a window net, so the passenger is just as safe as the driver. Now that we've been through the safety of the car, let's talk about the driver safety gear. So every driver is required to wear a one-piece minimum double-layered Nomex fire suit. They're also required to wear these proper racing Nomex fire gloves. And they're also required to wear a racing fireproof shoe. This is the Hans device. Now this is one of the most important safety features for the driver. It's made of a durable carbon fiber. It sits around your neck like this, and the seat belts, as we seen earlier, hold it to you. Now the tethers hook on your helmet, stopping your head from dodging forward and breaking your neck in a really bad hit to the wall. Now the last part is the racing helmet. So this is where your Hans device hooks up. You also have the inlet where your cool suit blows in cool air. We'll touch on that shortly. You have your visor, which you can interchange for clear to tinted depending if you're racing during the night or the day. And then you also have your radio hookup so you can talk and hear to your crew, plus race control during the race. Lastly, we have the cool suit system. Now in this cooler back here, we filled up with ice, a little bit of water. So inside there's a water pump that pumps the cold water through a hose into the car. Now, this is the cool shirt. These two tubes hook into the hose, and inside the shirt there's all these small tubes. So the ice cold water circulates through the shirt, back through the ice, gets cold, and goes back to the driver. Now it's fully adjustable on the controls depending how hot it is. Now it also sends cold air into the helmet. This fan blows air through these hoses, through the ice cold water, to the helmet to help keep the driver's head cool. Now we've been through all the safety and driver comforts. I got 2 more drivers to introduce you to this episode. Let's check out their videos.
Hi, I'm Gary Van Soest. I drive car 64, the old Golf livery, and I'm having a fun time driving in the Challenge Cup series. I'm not an experienced racer, but certainly getting experience, and really looking forward to the season coming up. I share the car with my daughter Katrina, who drives in the Challenge series. Looking forward to seeing everybody this year.
Hi there, my name is Katrina. I drive the 64 car with the old Golf livery on it. I share it with my dad, Gary. I have no previous car racing experience, but I'm a ski racer, so the going fast is there. And I'm super excited for this year. Can't wait to get back out on track.
I'm super excited to have Gary and Katrina back in the RS1 series this year. Now, neither one has very much racing experience. A few years ago, Gary came to one of our corporate events. Well, we ended up putting him in an RS1 car, and he had so much fun, he decided to try a challenge race. Then he ran the full challenge series 2 years ago. He won some races and graduated, and now he's one of our regular cup drivers. Well, 2 falls ago, I convinced him and his daughter Katrina to let Katrina take an RS1 car out to do a couple laps. Well, she actually had a lot of fun and now is one of our regular challenge drivers. That just shows you the graduation system of our RS1 series. Stay tuned to next week's episode. We're going to announce some more drivers and we're going to start installing the body.